Good Lord. Oh my God. It is that bad? Man. Well, I mean, the people have been voting with their opinions on the trailers. They've been telling you how they felt in the comment sections of the trailers and the movie reviews, and even and the final votes came at the box office. They voted with their wallets. Supergirl facing $244 million theatrical loss. There's no way to spin this. My God! As Superman would say back in Super Friends, great Scott! Dan Murrell has run the Supergirl numbers, and there is no version of them that Warner Bros. Discovery is going to like. A projected theatrical loss of $244.3 million. The box office analyst broke down the math on his latest show, calling the film not just a disappointment, but a box office catastrophe, and preemptively shutting the door on every spin attempt to come. I'll tell you this, y'all. When I thought about the fact that James Gunn was going to bring out a Superman movie, and then the next one after that was going to be a Supergirl movie, I thought to myself, well, I mean, if his Superman is good, I definitely welcome a Supergirl movie. You know? Like, even though the Supergirl that was in The Flash wasn't who I would have ever picked for Supergirl, she was a better Supergirl than this Supergirl. And with Zach at the helm, no matter who was directing, I really feel it would have been a better movie than this one that we got. So with Zach at the helm, you know what I mean? Whether he's producing, influencing, or directing, or someone else is directing and he's, you know, feeding notes, helping out, I think it would have been a better, you know, movie. There is no rosy financial picture here. There's no way to spin this. There's no way. Well, it's a success if you look at it this way. Murrell's model works off theatrical grosses only. So no ancillaries, no streaming value, just what the movie earns in the theaters against what it costs to put there. That's what counts. The reported production budget is $175 million. Though Deadline recently said it was even higher at $186 million. Yeah, I keep hearing that $175 million. Deadline says it's $186. Interesting. And Mule cites a reported $120 million spent by Warner Bros. On advertising and distribution, putting the total cost at $295 million. Now, against that, Supergirl barely cracked $100 million worldwide. Why? Y'all better get it. Here's the full breakdown using standard studio rental rates, studio's cut of each ticket, which Miro labels the investor cut. Interesting. Take the $50.7 million Warner Bros. Actually keeps, subtract it from the $295 million in costs, and you land on a theatrical loss of $244,306,781. One of the worst second week drop-offs ever. I heard that too. I saw that in my feed a few times. Getting here required a historic collapse, and Supergirl delivered one. The film dropped 76.82% in its second week, the sixth worst drop of all time for a movie in 3,000 plus theaters, landing just behind Mortal Engines. Oh, at 76.8. Yeah, Man, Mortal Engines really looked like it had potential, didn't it? It had the weird anime feel to it. Just the crazy ideas that you see in anime and everything. I was just like, yeah, this might work. As Muriel notes, a couple of films on the last all-time list survived it. Five Nights at Freddy's was a cheap day and date release that opened to 80 million, and 50 Shades of Grey spawned two sequels. Joker 2 is also there with an 81.4% drop. Muriel also torched the talking point already circulating that Supergirl received 100 million in marketing value from brand partnerships, so the P&A number shouldn't count against it. Fine, he says. Credit every dollar of it. Even if you write that cost down against the theatrical loss, that's still a loss of 144 million theatrically. This is going to be a massive money loser for DC and Warner Bros. When your best case defense still loses 144 million, you don't have a defense. And they've started blaming who here? Let's see. Muriel will close by noting that we've been covering all along. The blame game has already started, pointing to the Hollywood Reporters on the creative squabbles behind the scenes, which is what you often see when a movie doesn't do well. He's right, and it goes higher than filmmakers. Puck's Matt Bellani and Bloomberg's Lucas Shaw just named The Gun and Peter Safran Hollywood's biggest losers of 2026. I thought that was just a meme. I thought that was fake. I thought I was scrolling. I thought a fan did that. Wow. And the loss now sits comfortably behind even the $200 million bomb math we ran when the second week cratered. This is the worst case scenario we called back in May. Damn. Wow. I did not know they called them the biggest losers. Wow. 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 Something about being put on Front Street. Well, I told y'all. Every time I got a bad feeling about a movie, 99% of the time, I'm right. I told y'all it was going to be bad to me. And here we are. Well, on to the next movie. 10 million subscribers.